Very good evening to everyone. Full day session. You have heard by very eminent speakers, and I would like to add some of the thoughts that I have learned from my experience and what is going on in the ecosystem and what is expected in coming years. So, see, that we all know, last 22 years, there's a data explosion and the growth, the entire world, it's 150,000 times data has grown last 2022 years. Maybe other aspect you can see, maybe the mobile, internet, GDP, population, all are not such a scale, but data is generating every day, everywhere. Even here also data is generating by way of clicking the photo, CCTV, we are speaking, phones are hearing, so lots of data. So in this, and then in our country, if you see the digital ecosystem, we have 1.4 billion identity, bank account 1 billion, UPI, of course, drawing wonder, 13 billion transaction, more than 13 billion transaction in a month. Mobile connection, 1.2 billion, and affordable mobile is available. Connectivity, again, 1.2 billion mobiles, right? 900 million broadbands, and now Gram Panchayat, 200,000 Gram Panchayats are well connected with the OFCs, and 5G rollout is underway. So this kind of ecosystem is already there, and already entities are innovating, and especially in the fintech industry, lots of products are coming, and still many startups are working that how they can give best service to the consumer. And we are reaping the benefit of the GEM Trinity, that Jan Dhan, Aadhaar, and mobile. So this is happening in the ecosystem, and as such, what we are thinking that if we just compare what we are seeing today and 10 years before, it's again, something dreamlike that, we never imagined that the shopkeeper or the street vendor or the vegetable person can take the 5 rupees or 10 rupees in the form of the QR code. But now it's happening, right? So this is the benefit of GEM Trinity. Now, what further, right? Because, technology is going, and advanced technology we are using. Now, what is DPI now? Everyone, maybe there was a session on the DPI also, so everyone know about DPIs. But AIML, and then IoT and the 5G. So now these new technology and many more. Now how we can innovate further to deliver many products that suits to different kind of customers, and we have to create a win-win situation. So entity will also earn something, and customer should be happy that yes, I am getting the best service, right? So how we can do it? And this, I'm not going to go into the details. All the DPIs available that one has to use, because all are ingredients. We can't say that only one ingredient can make service better. We have to use all these ingredients in a proper manner, just like we create a dish in ingredients. So if the chef has made a very good dish and tasty and savory, so like this we have to create or innovate a product using all these ingredients, so that will serve the customer in a better fashion. And entities will grow and will contribute to the economy of our country. So I straight come to the IoT things, right? So Internet of Things. And maybe as such, IoT term is not as such a new, but why it is new, when the 5G network will come into the place, these devices will communicate directly with the 5G, right? This is how the game is going to change. But as on date also, IoTs are working with the 4G, if internet is there. So one use case in the banking industry, that is smart ATM and branches. So IoT enabled ATM can provide real-time monitoring of the operational status, maintenance need, and alert. And suppose there's an impact sensor and someone tried to stole the ATM altogether. We have heard those type of stories. So that impact sensor immediately alert will go to the concerned person on the police station. So maybe immediate action will be taken. And in the branches, there's CCTV that will act as an IoT sensor, but we have to use, again, coupled with the AIML, that how many customers are coming and going, and their facial expression, you can find out they are sad, they are neutral, or they are happy, right, on a particular counter, how long they stayed. And so all these, analysis we can do, and we can further improve the services. And real-time data is also coming. So that also we can think that, yes, someone is monitoring. And what will happen in future? The machine will monitor all these things. It's not that someone is just looking at the cameras or continuously looking at the data and taking some decision. But it's all machine-to-machine communication. Machine will take the decision based on the training we have given to the machine. And further, IoT used in the asset tracking and the management, because banks give loans and insurance cover is there for various assets. So suppose for the vehicle, someone is given the loan and they want that where this car is going, right? Whether it is in tractor they have given to the farmer, whether actually it is being used for the farming or not. Right? So all factors using these IoT devices one can do and create more and more product. Maybe of course, as a consent driven, and maybe you have to design your product that yes, they will allow that yes, you can put the sensor in my asset, right? So for example, the manufacturing industry, right? So all the wear and tear, right? So if those data is coming in the real time, so there's a win-win situation. The company is happy because, you know, the machine will not get breakdown. Only it requires maintenance on the continuous basis based on the data coming through the IoT sensors. And insurance company is also happy that yes, no claim will come, machine is running for next 5 years, 10 years smoothly, right? So we have to, you know, use these IoT sensors for different kind of, you know, scenarios. We have to tailor-made, so whether it's the service or the manufacturing. And you can all the sensors, that location training, condition monitoring, many things we can do based on the sensors. Now risk management, because it is one of the critical area in the BFSI sector. So for example, in the digital vault and locker, etc., where people put the valuable documents also, and sometimes we heard the stories that maybe there's a fire or there's some moistures and, you know, some contamination in the locker itself, right? So those sensors can monitor the environmental condition in the storage facilities, and we can give, yes, our digital lockers or the vaults are, you know, IoT enabled, so you can take the risk and you can, there's no risk as such, so you can put your documents in the vault. And of course, the surveillance camera, IoT enabled security, that's real-time monitoring. Now, customer experience that I already explained, that analyze the consumer behavior, right? And wearable devices. Now, you know, everyone is having the electronic gadget. So it's a mobile, now it's a form of the gadget. Maybe it's a watch or anything else in future. So those type of data will come. So that will continuously, you know, how, and if it's linked with the banking application, so we can find out how you are investing or doing the expenditure, where are you going, which shop you are going more, and so all the data will come, and based on that, you know, product can be designed. And insurance, I explained that all this tracking of the vehicles, etc. And again, using the IoT, they can see the behavior of the, you know, driver also, or how he is driving the vehicle, right? So depending on all these parameters, one can weigh and give the insurance premium. And maybe if someone is good, so maybe the discount will be given, you know, on the insurance package. And all IoT data we can use for real-time risk assessment, claim management, and proactive customer service. Maybe, so sometimes when we think that I require a particular product or service, so now machines, because machines will have your own data, right? So even they can predict that, okay, you require a loan, right? And this is the best rate. Or maybe you are having the surplus money for the next 6 months, you can invest in a particular product and get good return. So all these things proactively, someone will come and actually I'm in need, and someone will come and say, boss, you require this, and I have completed all the formalities. And actually we are in a paperless, presence-less, and cashless environment, so there is no need of form filling. It's just e-sign and that's it. So and supply chain management, see, you can see, so bank can use this data for the cash flow management and to reduce the transaction cost. And in the IoT sensor, truck inventory level, shipment condition. So all, if related with the sensor, this data is very useful. So in the coming time, IoT devices will be used everywhere and the data will come. So of course, we have to ensure the security of the data and with respect to privacy also we have to safeguard. And it is helping in the compliance and the regulatory requirement also. So that you can see, so for example, in the data center, you have to maintain a particular set of environment. So that, you know, continuously real-time monitoring. So one can ensure that compliance and audit trail, proof of compliance, security protocol, and the data protection protocol, etc. So, and this, again, I'm repeating, see, agriculture and health and education. So in the social sector also, when we use these IoT sensors, so for example, banks, we can say that, okay, bank is not directly related with the farming, but bank is giving the loan to the farmers for some purpose, right? So if bank can take proactive steps to assist the farmers using the IoT devices to increase farming productivity. So the farmer will earn more, right? Then of course, if he will earn more, he will repay the loan, right? Or maybe he will save. And where he will save? He will save again in a financial product, the bank. So bank, can help using these technology. And as on date also, bank is doing these type of things. When they approach to the state government that, okay, I need your float, the entire 1,000 crore, but I will design your IT system free of cost. So similarly, for the individual also, if they can work and their business correspondents or the village level entrepreneur, from the banking perspective, they will help the agriculture farmers. So it will really help. Now in the health insurance also, of course, from the wearable device, you are getting the data. So one can say that, okay, if you are wearing this device and I am allowed to crunch this data, I will give a best product, maybe on the less insurance premium, because I know the entire data of that particular person. But you can couple this with the environmental data also that is coming from the IoT devices, that what kind of geography or maybe pollution level is increasing, right? So all these factors one can take into account and tailor-made the packages. Okay, for example, in Delhi, right, for 3 months, there air pollution. So one can design those type of product. Okay, for 3 months, we are giving this type of insurance depending upon the individual parameters and the environmental parameters. So there's no, one can think, any innovation you can create. So much of the data is coming. And manufacturing, I have already explained, and environmental, and further there's a use of the environmental is that in the risk analysis also, because if the banking fraternity knows that, okay, this area is earthquake prone, or this area, the floods are coming more, in a particular months are coming. So all this data one can, analyze and, weigh the risk. But the caveat is when lots of data is getting generated, right? Of course, it's going to be stored somewhere, right? And someone will own the data also. So that we require data security as well as data privacy. So our Digital Personal Data Protection Act 2023 already been passed, and very soon it's going to be implemented when a date will be announced. So we have to ensure that the kind of architecture we are having to safeguard the data, because we own the data, is in compliance with the DP Act. And we should have a very responsible data collection and usage in this AI-driven digitization manner. See, whatever data you are collecting, it should not be garbage. Because when you use your data to train your AIML models, right, so again, it's garbage in, garbage out. I always say that the kind of education you give to your child in a formative year, he will become a human according to input you have given. So in your AIML tool also, if you give the best input, the best output will come. Otherwise, if you are not giving the trusted data, validated data to train the machine, the output will not be good. So that you have to ensure. And lastly, Government of India is supporting, the entire ecosystem to grow. And they recently, 2 schemes have been announced by Ministry of Communication as a Telecom Technology Development Fund. That one is that from connectivity gaps to the smart solutions, to design the 5G network for rural innovation, 5G intelligent villages, 10 villages they have selected. So we can create those innovation and uplift rural community by addressing agriculture, education, healthcare, governance, sustainability. So you can submit your proposal by 31st of July to Ministry of Communication. So funding will be given under the TDDF. And similarly, another challenge with respect to security, I will give the example of the Aadhaar, because I worked in the Aadhaar and we collected the biometrics. So at the time of collecting the biometric, we are encrypting with a very high level encryption, right? And there's no, we have not had a single breach of, data breach from the UIDI server. It's a secure one. But people are talking about the quantum computing, that Many papers are there, then the quantum computing, all this present, algorithm of the encryption, can be broke, and, so it is in a danger. So we have to think about something new, encryption method. So for that quantum encryption algorithm, again, proposals have been asked from the startups or academics or industries. So that can also be submitted to the Ministry of Communication for the funding. So lastly, I conclude that it's high time we have to innovate using all the DPI, IoT, and the 5G, right? And in the 5G, there's low latency and the high speed. So you can, the product quality you can check. So just think about how we can reap the benefit of all these ingredients available in our ecosystem, and we have to ensure the data quality and validation. Whenever you are collecting the data, please ensure data is correctly entered. It's not that someone is writing my name in the Kannada and then someone is translating to the English, so my name Sumanesh becomes Sumnesh. So thus you have to ensure, so please use DPI like digital locker or the XML file available on the Aadhaar website or any other method where you are getting the correct and trusted data. And of course, emphasize on the AI first approach. And finally, again, security and the privacy, that one has to ensure. So again, I will say that yes, we have to serve the customers. Customer is the king. If customer is happy, you are happy, society is happy, and the nation will be happy. So thank you very much.